Greetings. I am Dr. Jose Salgado. I am the proud Chief Academic Officer for Jackson Public School. I am honored and proud to be serving the people of Jackson. Please let me tell you why I feel this is one of the best jobs I ever had in my life. I am originally from Honduras. I was born in the capital city. One of my earliest memories is my mother coming home late at night from work, and us, 5 kids, were there waiting for her. My mother was the single breadwinner in my family. Another memory I have in the 2nd grade is that I was hungry all the time, and I would be looking down on the ground to see if I could find some money to buy food. I knew that I couldn't tell my family that I was hungry. However, a teacher noticed that I was hungry, and she gave me an orange. Most importantly, she cared for me. She connected with me, and she decided that I was maybe one of her projects. One good thing is that I had her for 4 years. She knew me as me. She knew what I liked. She knew what I did not like. She knew the way I learned, and she decided that she was going to team up with my mother, and together they made sure that after my elementary school, I would go to a private high school. That was a big leap for me, going from a public school to a private high school. But both my teacher and my mother knew that I was capable of a lot more. When I got to this school, I was going through a lot of difficult stuff in my family. And again, there was a teacher who took time to get to know me. I was not doing that well at schools, but he knew me. He made sure that I had the correct support. He was there for me anytime I wanted. It was this teacher who helped me become an exchange student. When I was 17, I came to the United States as an exchange student and lived in Wisconsin in a rural area. Probably the biggest lessons of this exchange that I learned how to learn, and that my culture was central to my learning. And that culture was not only being from Honduras, but the culture of poverty and the culture of growing up hungry. But it was during this exchange that also another teacher saw in me other talents that I had never seen in myself. I was at a play, I was in a musical, I was playing instruments, and I discovered that I was a new and different me, a Jose I never imagined it could exist. So I became a teacher. So I can be at least half of those teachers who have helped me throughout my life to become who I am today. Every day, I seek to be that teacher that develops meaningful mentoring relationships with every one of my students. Without knowing, these teachers were actually implementing and working with me through social emotional learning and cultural responsive teaching. These are the priorities of Jackson Public Schools. This is why I'm so honored and proud to be part of this family. I would like you to join us in this journey to create this type of education for every single one of our scholars, regardless of their race, their gender, religion, or their economic status. We are here, and what makes our education better is because we develop meaningful relationships with our students. Our scores will improve, and negative behavior will be reduced as long as we have mentoring relationships where we support each one of our scholars. Our office is only here to make the best out of each one of you, to make us the top school district in the United States. These experiences in my former life and my current life also informed the way I became a principal. I encouraged and supported my teachers to develop meaningful relationships with students. Our discipline issues, which were 300 arrests of students, came to zero because we were able to understand the reality of our students and use that reality to teach them. Jackson Public Schools has begun a wonderful and ambitious mission and vision to create for each one of our scholars the best environment for learning, a joyful environment. We will reach this when we implement in our classroom social emotional learning and culturally responsive teaching. And that is precisely our job, to support you and to make sure you have all the resources to be able to implement these new ways of thinking about teaching and learning. We're also in the business of creating joyful learning environments through the creation of problem solving and project-based learning. We need to move away from memorizing and repeating. We need to use the students' experience and reality for them to engage with content, concepts, and skills. What attracts me to Jackson Public Schools and what sold me to come here, it was the value of joyful learning environments. No child should come to school to feel sad, to be bullied, or not to learn. Every child wants to learn, but we need to meet them where they are. We need to see what their reality is and use that reality to create content and curriculum so that they can see themselves in the curriculum. I have always thought that curriculum is a window that allows students to see the world, but it's also a mirror that allows them to see themselves. We need to make sure that our curriculum is based on global perspectives so that students can see themselves not only as part of Jackson, but as part of the world, and to give them the skills to transform the world and transform their reality. I am honored and proud to be your Chief Academic Officer. I am here to serve you and to serve the children and families of Jackson Public Schools. My office is always open for suggestions, ideas, and to solve problems together. I invite you to join this journey that we have begun. I invite you to come and learn what we need to learn in order to succeed and to make sure each one of our students succeed. I understand that this is a big jump, but as I stated several times, we are here to support you. We are here to make sure you have everything you need to make this leap. My vision as a person, as a teacher, as a principal, and as a human is that in 5 years from now, all of us will together look back and be able to say, we began with an idea, and now look at what has happened to our students. Look what has happened to our city. Our work will have a direct impact on our society, and specifically on Jackson as a city. Join us in learning, join us in growth mindset, join us in creating joyful learning environments, and join us to create the best environment for all of our children. Again, thank you very much, and I hope to talk to you directly very soon. Thank you.